Welcome, LoveUS romantics, to Crimson Tides of Cairo, a scorching tale that will ignite your senses and keep you on edge. At LoveUS, we deliver stories that pulse with passion, danger, and heart-stopping stakes. Join Amara, a fearless archaeologist, and Khalid, a seductive smuggler, as they navigate Cairo's sultry streets, bound by a cursed ruby amulet that fuels their desire but threatens their lives. Expect steamy encounters, deadly chases, and a love that defies betrayal. Subscribe to LoveUS for more electrifying romances. Hit the bell. Amara brushed sand from her hands, the air thick with the scent of saffron and leather in Cairo's Khan el-Khalili Souk. At 30, she was no stranger to Egypt's ancient secrets, her archaeologist's hands scarred from years of digging. Her latest find, a ruby amulet buried in a pharaoh's tomb, gleamed in her satchel, its crimson glow unnerving. She needed answers, and the Souk's black market whispers were her best lead. She wove through stalls, her linen shirt clinging to her sweat-damp skin, dark curls escaping her braid. A shadow caught her eye. A man, tall and lean, his dark eyes tracking her from beneath a keffiyeh. His presence was magnetic, his gaze a caress that made her pulse quicken. He approached, his stride confident, a faint smirk playing on his lips. "You're holding something dangerous," he said, voice low, laced with an accent that curled around her like smoke. He reached for her satchel, fingers brushing her arm, sending a jolt through her. "And you're too bold for a stranger," Amara shot back, stepping closer, her chin tilted defiantly. His scent, sandalwood and spice, invaded her senses. "Khalid," he said, offering a hand, "and you're Amada, the archaeologist stirring up trouble." Her eyes narrowed. "How do you know my name?" He leaned in, lips near her ear. "I know things that could save you or ruin you." Before she could retort, a gunshot cracked through the Souk. Khalid grabbed her wrist, pulling her behind a spice cart as men in tactical gears stormed the market. "Move," he hissed, his grip firm, electrifying. They sprinted through alleys, Amara's heart pounding, as much from the chase as his touch. He led her to a hidden courtyard, jasmine heavy in the air. Pressed against the wall, their breasts mingled, his body shielding hers. "Who are they?" she gasped. "People who want your amulet," he said, eyes dark with secrets. His hand lingered on her waist, fingers tracing the curve through her shirt, igniting a fire she couldn't ignore. "Then why are you helping me?" she asked, her voice husky, their faces inches apart. His gaze dropped to her lips. "Maybe I want something too." The air crackled as he kissed her, hard, urgent, his lips claiming hers with a hunger that stole her breath. Her hands gripped his shirt, pulling him closer, the world fading to the heat of their bodies. A distant shout broke the spell, and Khalid pulled back, cursing, "We're not safe here." Khalid led Amara to a battered jeep, speeding into the desert as Cairo's lights faded. The amulet, tucked in her satchel, pulsed faintly, its warmth unsettling. "Tell me about the curse," she demanded, her skin still tingling from his kiss. He glanced at her, jaw tight. "The amulet's tied to Sekhmet, goddess of war. Legend says it binds two souls, lovers, but kills them if they defy its will. Every touch strengthens the bond. But—" He trailed off, eyes haunted. "But what?" she pressed, her hand brushing his on the gear shift, a spark flaring. "It demands sacrifice," he said, softly. "One life for the other." Her stomach twisted, but his nearness clouded her fear. They reached a Bedouin camp, its tents glowing under starlight. Khalid's contact, an old woman named Zara, studied the amulet, her eyes grave. "It's awake. Your hearts are already entwined." Amara's gaze met Khalid's, the air heavy with unspoken desire. Zara offered them a tent, and inside, the world shrank to the two of them. Khalid pulled her close, his hand sliding under her shirt, tracing the curve of her spine. "We shouldn't," he murmured, even as his lips found her neck, drawing a moan from her. "Then stop," she challenged, her fingers tugging his shirt open, revealing taut muscle. Their chests deepened, bodies pressing together on the woven rugs, the amulet's glow casting crimson shadows. His hands roamed, igniting her skin, her gasps filling the tent as they surrendered to need, the curse's pull undeniable. Dawn brought gunfire. Mercenaries stormed the camp, and Khalid shielded Amara, his pistol flashing. They fled into the dunes, the amulet's heat burning against her chest. "They'll never stop," Khalid said, his hand gripping hers. "Not until they have it. Or us." They found refuge in a hidden oasis, palm trees swaying over a turquoise pool. Amara's body ached from the chase, but Khalid's presence, his gaze, his touch, kept her grounded. As they bathed in the cool water, his fingers traced her scars, his lips following, soft and reverent. "You're fearless," he whispered, pulling her against him, water sluicing over their skin. "And you're trouble," she teased, her legs wrapping around his waist, their kisses hungry, desperate. The amulet pulsed between them, its curse a shadow over their passion. As they lay on the sand, bodies entwined, Khalid confessed, "I was hired to steal the amulet. I didn't expect you." Her heart stuttered. "Hired by who?" He hesitated, pain in his eyes. "The Order of the Scarab. They control the antiquities trade. I'm their best smuggler, but I'm done with them." Before she could process, drones buzzed overhead, spotting them. Khalid grabbed their gear, and they dove into a cave, the amulet's glow guiding them. Inside, ancient carvings depicted Sekhmet's wrath, confirming the curse's truth. Their hands found each other, a desperate anchor. "We'll break it," Amara vowed, her lips brushing his. But the cave wasn't safe. A trap door opened, and a scarab agent emerged, gun raised. Khalid fought him off, but the agent's words chilled her. "The amulet chose you both. Only one walks away." They escaped to Cairo's underworld, a bar hidden beneath the city. Khalid's contact, Malik, promised intel on the order, but his eyes lingered on Amara, predatory. As they waited, Khalid pulled her into a shadowed booth, his hand sliding up her thighs, her breath hitching as he kissed her deeply, the bar's pulse matching their own. "You're mine," he growled, his touch possessive, igniting her core. Malik returned, revealing the order's plan. The amulet could control minds, a weapon for global chaos. But his smirk betrayed him. He'd sold them out. The bar erupted in chaos, scarab agents storming in. Amara fought beside Khalid, her fists bloody, the trust a lifeline. They escaped, but Malik's betrayal cut deep. In a safe house, Khalid bandaged her wounds, his touch tender. "I should have seen it," he said. Guilt heavy. Amara silenced him with a kiss, her body straddling his, their love-making fierce, a reclaiming of trust. As they lay spent, the amulet glowed brighter, its curse tightening. "We need to destroy it," she said. Khalid nodded, but his eyes hid something, fear or a deeper secret. Zada's clues led them to a forgotten temple in Saqqara, its chambers lit by torchlight. The amulet burned against Amara's skin, guiding them to an altar inscribed with Sekhmet's rites. As they deciphered the carvings, Khalid pulled her close, his lips tracing her collarbone, her hands gripping his hair as they surrendered to desire, the temple's heat mirroring their own. "If we die," he whispered, "I choose this moment." The order attacked, led by a scarred leader, Ramses. He revealed Khalid's secret. He'd once stolen for the order, betraying a lover who died for it. Amara's heart cracked, but Khalid's plea, his hands cupping her face, His voice, raw, kept her anchored. "You're my redemption," he said. They fought back, Amata wielding a dagger, Khalid's shots precise. At the altar, Amata performed the rite, offering her blood to break the curse. The amulet shattered, its glow fading, but Ramses lunged. Khalid took the bullet, collapsing in her arms. Amara dragged Khalid to safety, her hands stained with his blood. In a desert hideout, she tended him, her lips brushing his, willing him to live. "Don't leave me," she whispered, their fingers entwined, the curse broken, but their bond unbreakable. His eyes fluttered open, his smile weak but real. The order was dismantled, Interpol closing in thanks to Khalid's leaks. But Amara and Khalid vanished into the desert, their love a fire no curse could extinguish. In a tent under starlight, their bodies melded once more, slow and reverent, a promise of forever. Amara and Khalid's story is the heart of LoveUS, passion that burns through danger, love that defies death. Their crimson tides swept them into eternity, and we're here for it. Stay with LoveUS for more stories that make your heart race and soul sing. Subscribe, comment, and let us know, what's your favorite moment?